should be able to just slide these out. There we go. That. Gosh, that is disgusting.
That is terrible.
Oh, those have never been replaced.
They marked it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. Look, I'm gonna be honest. If I knew that it was gonna be this much work to own an electric car, I don't know that I would have done this. Every day, I have to come out here and I have to hit this button myself to unlock it and unplug it. Then when I pull it out, electrons spill all over the floor. At least I don't have to close the stupid little door. Then I get inside to head off on the road and it just plain stinks. Well, the car stinks, that is. So that's what we're gonna take care of today. These cars, as well as basically every modern car, is known for having stinky AC at some point. And that happens for a myriad of different reasons. You see, depending on where you live, either you're gonna be in an environment with a lot of humidity or potentially not a lot of humidity. But it probably changes throughout the year. When you're running your air conditioning, it's actively removing humidity from the air using the evaporator core inside the car. When it's doing that, that humidity has to drain out of the bottom and out of the car. Even with your microfilters and your HEPA filter and all those different things, you're gonna wind up with contaminants getting inside and onto that evaporator core. And eventually, you're gonna turn the car off and that evaporator core will get warm. Much like this AC unit outside, your evaporator core has tens, hundreds, thousands, millions of these little fins. And each one of these fins is a location for debris to get stuck on. And then when you're going through the hot and cold cycles, well, you have the possibility of mold, algae, mildew growing on those fins. And just like cleaning the radiator on the front of the Tesla or cleaning the condenser on your outside coils, you want to try to keep those clean before they build up with debris. So I hesitate to call this a maintenance item, but we are in fact maintaining the car. We're trying to maintain it from stinking inside. Again, this is not something that's purely a Tesla thing. Every car with an AC system has this potential, depending on how well they drain out and how you operate the car. So we're going to call this a Tesla service item. What we're going to do is we're going to get access to the evaporator, and then we're going to be using an evaporator heater foam cleaner, or evaporator and heater foam cleaner. And it comes in a little foam can. It even says EV and hybrid compatible, which shouldn't really make a difference, with a little spray nozzle. When you take a look at the repair instructions from Tesla, there are two options. There is vehicle sanitization, the evaporator with the tuna pea. I'm just going to call this the tuna sanitization. And then the other one is the evaporator foam cleaning, like what we're going to do today. And in order to do this procedure, we have to get access through our filters inside. Now, mind you, I picked all of this stuff up on Amazon. Links are going to be down below so that you can get it for your car as well. We don't have the special tool to do the tuna procedure that is shown right here. It's a special air spray gun and a special foaming stuff. So I'm not really worried about that because there are manufacturers that make a product specifically for this. So we'll get it opened up and then I'll use my little camera here to see if we can see any debris or anything in there. This is a 2021 Model Y with almost 84,000 miles on it. So there's got to be some stuff that's gotten down there. And this car doesn't have the HEPA filter. One of the first things you want to do is crank your heat up to high and let that run for 8 to 10 minutes. Then what we need to do is we need to shut everything down. Running it on heat is going to clear out and dry off that evaporator. So we're going to go over to safety. We'll scroll down and we're going to power off. And then from here, ideally what you want to do is not open and close any of the doors because then that's going to kick everything back on. So to get things going, we're going to need a couple of plastic trim tools and a flashlight would be handy. Ideally, you're going to want to pull your floor mat out. And then this trim piece here is the one that we need to take out to get to our filters behind there. So we should be able to pick one of these tools and pry from the top here. Then we need to work this piece out from the clips. And then we're going to come out from the bottom here. Sometimes bigger is better. All right. So this clip down here, the little plastic guy did not want to come out. The rest of these came out okay, so we'll pull this guy out manually. In the repair instructions, it shows that there are 2 methods to access the filter. There's a bottom screw method and a top screw method where you have to pull this trim piece out. Mine has the bottom screw, so we'll go pull that out. And this is the bottom screw that I'm talking about. It's a 6mm, and then this cover comes off for us to be able to access the filters. You want to try not to drop that down into that dead space underneath. Now we should be able to pop the cover out and down. Little clips here, and then our filters. Now this is kind of interesting because that filter looks pretty dang dirty, and it shows in the car that they were replaced just before I bought it. I wonder if somebody just marked that they replaced it and then didn't. It looks like if I pull this cover off anyhow, it will be easier. A little speaker out. So I should be able to just slide these out. There we go. Like that. Gosh, that is disgusting.
That is terrible.
Oh, I don't think they've ever been replaced. Yeah, look at all the gunk coming out. Damn it. Oh, look at that. Yuck.
And it said they've been replaced like twice.
It said they've been done. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, let's stick the camera in and see what this looks like inside. If we look down right there, that is the drain for all the moisture that could be in here, and those little leaves and stuff all fell out of the filters. And you can see the filters drop straight down and in, and then we can look all the way across to that side and look up. See a bunch of reflections. That's where the top filter goes. So the actual evaporator core looks pretty clean, but you can see just how many rows are in there. They could have debris and little pieces of stuff stuck in them. So these are original Tesla filters made in Germany. And what's really interesting about that is it gives us a date code, 8/13/2020. This car is a 2021. Unless these were back stock, I think that there's a really good chance that these are the original filters. And they are so heavy with stuff. Here is a new charcoal filter. Gosh, it must weigh at least half. This is the interior of the car, and then this is the filter media with the charcoal. Oh my goodness, look at that.
I think that's the smell.
I bet that's the smell. Oh, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. Okay, I'm really glad we're doing this foam evaporator cleaner now. Before I go and push any foam in there, I'm gonna use a little compressed air to see if I can try to evacuate any of those little leaves that fell in there and any dust. Oh man. Well, a bunch of stuff came out. That worked. I'm gonna start by just shooting some down in there to see what it looks like. Wow, it does really foam up.
That sounds gross.
It does. Funny. Yeah, well, it certainly looks like it's gonna fill that in there. Oh, that was a mistake.
It's just cleaner.
Well, it's empty.
It smells like the dentist.
Not empty. Just needs more shaky time.
Do you want like a rag or a paper towel?
Sure, a paper towel sounds good. That's it. Can's empty. So keep in mind, all of that foam has to drain out somewhere, and it's going to drain under the car. So if you don't want that cleaner to get on anything specific, it's just getting on my concrete floor, I don't mind, then throw a bucket underneath the car. We decided to take a break, eat lunch, and let the foam do its thing. It's not dripping out the bottom anymore, so we're going to stick the camera back in. If I look down to the bottom, I can see the drain is completely clear. Looks like there's one little leaf all the way in the corner there. If I look up, you can see where the foam actually hit all the plastic and got it clean. Looking back, that's looking back out. There's the blower motor. It doesn't look bad. A little dusty back there. And the core, well, it's about as clean as we're going to get it for now. So I guess the best thing we can do is throw our filters in and then do a sniff test. So for our filters, depending on which ones you get, these are carbon filters, so they have a carbon media on this side. You want the air to flow through this way, and it shows the airflow arrow here pointing that way. So we're going to drop this one in, use the little tab to drop it down to the bottom. Right here. Slide and push. Grab the tab. You want to get the bottom to go in first. Like that. Drop it down. And then we'll push the tab over to make room for our next filter. Kind of rotate that guy in there. There we go. It fits pretty tight. And then up top, we'll just bend this little tab down so that when we need to change the filters out next time, we can pull it out. Now we can slide our little cover back in. I'm gonna wipe some of that grossness off first. Get the tab to line up top. Like that. We want to make sure that it clicks in. Like that. Then we can put the bottom in. That's it. Double check that the top clipped in. Now I'll go ahead and throw this panel back in, put our little plastic clips, and put our side panel in, and then we'll do the sniff test. Our next step is to let the car know that we were in here doing this job. And to do that, we need to enter into service mode. To get into service mode, let me show you. To get into service mode, we're going to go to the home icon. We're going to go down here to software. We're going to hold on Model Y for 5 seconds till a little flash there. We're going to type in service. Okay. Now, car goes into service mode, AC turns off. We're looking for thermal. So we're going to go over to thermal here, HVAC. Then we're going to click on right. You can see our cabin filter health score. We're going to click on that guy, and we're going to reset our cabin filter health score. Resetting the health score back to 100, only run this routine after filter replacement. Press and hold right turn signal in the active position, plus press down on the brake for 8 seconds. Gateway unlocked, and reset cabin filter score. Cabin filter score set successfully. Close. Cabin filter 100%. What's interesting is while you're in here, you can also see all of your ducts and actuators and everything inside diagnostic-wise to see how everything is operating. It's a pretty neat little function. Blower motor is currently operating at 0 RPM, but you can see where all of our doors are. So we're going to go here to service. We're going to go up to maintenance. And then we've got our cabin air filter replacement. Now you see here it says April 16th it was done. It definitely was not done. Somebody came in here and they just tapped that button. So I'm going to go in here and actually tap it because we just changed it and we in fact cleaned it. So now it shows May 30th, 2025, it was done. I wouldn't really trust any of these other ones now that I've seen that the cabin air filter actually wasn't replaced. So now it doesn't stink in the car, and I'm really just going to be stuck with the mundane task of plugging this thing in every night so that in the morning I can spill electrons on the floor and drive it again. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, follow my links down below. I've got my Tesla referral code there as well. Really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time I have to work on the Tesla.